Are you feeling overwhelmed by your finances or just not on top of your money management game? With the start of a new season, it's easy to get caught up in all the physical spring cleaning tasks. But what about your finances? Are they organized and on track for success? Many people don't know where to start when it comes to organizing their finances, or just don't pay attention until an emergency comes up. Spring is the perfect time to take stock of your finances and get them in order. Yes, it's time to do some spring cleaning, but this time it's for your finances. Today, I will share 6 steps to help you create an action plan so that you can get out of debt, save more money, and take control of your financial future. Hello, and welcome to Rise to Your Money Power, where we have honest conversations to empower you around your relationship with money. I'm Pamela Plick, your host, and I'm on a mission to empower women to confidently build wealth from the inside out. I help purpose-driven women to overcome feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or stuck related to their personal relationship with money so that they can become confident, achieve peace of mind, financial freedom, and impact without fear. And I do this through my signature program, services, events, and community. Organizing your finances can be a daunting task, but it doesn't have to be. With the right mindset and action plan, you can get on top of your money management game in no time. Financial spring cleaning is a process of taking a detailed look at your finances and creating an action plan to get organized. It involves setting up a budget, tracking your spending, paying down debt, building that emergency fund, and reviewing as well as adjusting your financial goals. By creating an action plan and following through on it, you can start to take control of your finances and set yourself up for long-term success. In addition, having a clear understanding of where your money is going will help you to identify where you can save more or make changes that will lead to greater financial freedom in the future. So let's dive in to the steps that you need to take to spring clean your finances. The first step to spring cleaning your finances is to assess your finances. It's important to take inventory of your assets and liabilities, income and expenses, debts, and any investments or savings. This will help you gain a clear picture of your financial situation so that you can create an action plan to move forward. Analyzing your current financial situation also allows you to identify areas where you can make changes to improve your financial health. I talked about the 3 key financial documents that you want to have in a previous episode. So you might want to go back and take a look at that. But it's important to have your inventory, your financial inventory, which includes your budget. It also includes your balance sheet, what you have on hand, and your an inventory of your basically an income statement, knowing what assets you have, what liabilities, and whether you have a positive net worth or not. So those are the three statements, and I did go over those in detail in a previous episode. So again, you might want to take a look at that. So the second step to spring cleaning your finances is to organize your paperwork. Now, if you're in the United States, you probably just finished your taxes and maybe have a stack of paperwork. So this is a good time to get that paperwork organized. Not only does the paper clutter our homes, but it also contains information that can be used for identity theft. In addition, it's critical to be able to locate documents in the event of a disaster or a death. As you organize your files, you should be able to answer these questions. Do I have all the records that I should? What documents should I be keeping and for how long? What should the records be organized? How should the records be organized? And where should I keep those records? And to answer these three questions, you start with a good document checklist. And there are lots of document checklists online. You can just Google the document checklist or personal financial document checklist. And there's a lot of them that will come up. And also, you don't want to forget to make sure that you shred those documents that are no longer needed. The third step to spring cleaning your finances is to check your credit report. Is your credit report accurate? Well, you don't want to wait until you apply for credit to find out. So a good practice is to request a copy of your credit report at least annually. And if you are in the United States, you're entitled to one free copy of your credit report each year. And to get that free copy, you go to annualcreditreport.com. And it's important to check your credit report regularly and make sure that the information it contains is accurate, because sometimes mistakes happen. And you want to make sure that you stay on top of it and not wait until you actually need credit to find out that there's a mistake on your credit report. Also, checking your credit report helps you identify any suspicious activity or fraudulent transactions or applications for credit in your name. So you want to make sure that you take these steps to protect yourself against identity theft. To get an accurate picture of your creditworthiness, it's important to review all three of the credit reports. There's three credit reporting agencies, Experian, TransUnion, as well as Equifax. And so it's important to review the reports from all three in order to make sure that everything is accurate. And if you find errors on your credit report, you can dispute them through the bureau that issued that reporting. The fourth step to spring clean your finances is to review your spending plan. Now, we all know how important it is to live within our means, but it's equally important to identify where our money is being spent. Reviewing your spending plan also helps you to identify areas where you can potentially reallocate funds to meet your goals. You can save time and energy by using personal financial software to track and categorize your spending. It's an easy way to measure your spending to your goals. I know there's some folks that love to use spreadsheets, and if that's you, good for you, but you have to manually enter that information into a spreadsheet. But by using some low cost or no cost software, that's not only, it saves you time, saves you energy. Now, it's also an efficient way to compare your spending to the goals that you set for yourself. The program will provide you with an organized view of how much money is being spent and where it's going. Additionally, it can provide you with helpful tools that can help you improve your financial situation. By setting up a personal software program, it's easier to review and update your spending plan on a regular basis. You may even find that by doing so, that you're able to identify areas where you can save money or reduce expenses. The ability to review your budget over time, or to view your budget over time, can help you make better decisions about how to manage your money. And finally, reviewing your spending plan is not just a way to save money, but it's also an opportunity to identify areas where you may be able to increase it. The fifth way to spring clean your finances is to review your goals. This is a good time to review the goals or intentions that you set at the beginning of the year. Have you made progress towards those goals? If not, are those goals still important to you? When setting goals, it's important to remember that the most successful plans are the ones that are realistic and achievable. So before creating a goal, you want to make sure that you take time to consider your current capabilities, your resources, and time constraints related to that particular goal. It's also important to set specific milestones along the way to help keep yourself motivated. Remember, we're always talking about celebrating successes, no matter how small they might be. In this case, when you hit a milestone, celebrate. Practice gratitude first, and then celebrate. As you review each of your goals, it's important to ask yourself if the goal is realistic and if it will help you reach your long-term objectives. When we talk about goals, remember we said, first of all, making sure that you have your big grand vision. Then you look at, what are my values? And do my values reflect my vision? Once you outline your values, then you set goals that are going to help you achieve each area of your values. So making sure that your goals are relevant to your vision and your values. If a goal is important to you, is still important to you, maybe you need to consider how to automate your approach. For example, if you have a goal of saving an additional, let's say $100 a month, you can set up an automatic transfer from your checking to your savings once or twice a month. By automating your savings, you can ensure that you hit that goal every single month without having to manually transfer the money yourself. You can set up the automated transfer to happen on a certain day of the month, which may be such as payday, or the day that you pay yourself from your business, or at the beginning of each month. This allows you to budget according to when the transfer is made, rather than manually transferring it yourself after all of the expenses have been paid. Another tip is to review what type of account that you're saving in, and if there are any better options available. So maybe take a look at what rates have increased over the interest rates have increased over the past couple of months. And so there may be an opportunity to get a higher interest rate on a savings account. And that's a great way to make sure that you're saving money and earning interest on your savings each month, rather than leaving the money just sitting in your checking account. The other thing is, if you have a goal of reducing your debt and increasing your savings, try automating both processes. You can set up automatic payments to pay off the debt each month, whether it's your mortgage, whether it's a credit card, or auto or personal loan, or even put money towards a retirement account or an investment. So by automating these processes, you can make sure that you hit both goals each month and steadily make progress towards your financial goals. And by reviewing and automating your goals, and there's a theme here, automation makes it easier for you to achieve rather than having to remember on a certain day of the month, I need to make this payment, I need to make a transfer. But by reviewing and automating your goals, you can ensure that you stay on track to reach your financial goals for the year. Automation also is an easy way to keep yourself accountable and make steady progress towards achieving the financial success that you desire. The sixth step to spring clean your finances is to update your financial plan. During your financial review, consider whether you're on track to meet your long-term financial goals. Make sure that all of your account information is up to date. Look at how much you've saved and whether or not you've met your desired savings goals. Evaluate the performance of investments, particularly those with long-term holdings. This is a good time to take a look at that. Make sure that you have adequate life insurance and consider whether or not you need to adjust your retirement contributions. Finally, review any debt obligations to ensure that you're making timely payments and paying down balances in a way that meets your goals. I mentioned the 3 financial documents that you want to complete each year. Completing your net worth or updating your net worth statement is a great way to see what progress you're making, because ideally we want our net worth to go up over time. So if we see that it is going up, we know that we're making progress towards our financial goals. And also, by regularly updating and reviewing your financial plan, you can ensure that it's tailored to meet your current needs as well as your future goals. Not only can this help you stay ahead of potential pitfalls or situations that come up, but it also can provide a sense of security and peace of mind. Your financial plan should be reviewed and updated on an annual basis, at least on an annual basis, and/or as your goals change. It's also important that you revisit and update your plan when you have a major life change. And there's 6 major life changes that I've identified when you need to update your financial strategy. Number 1 is marriage. Now, if you recently got married, now that you're sharing your lives and your financial responsibilities, you need to update your financial plan. For various reasons, we as women, sometimes have the tendency to not want to talk with our significant other about financial matters. It's important that you both have an understanding of the family's finances and be able to set goals as a couple. Either of you should be able to step in and be knowledgeable about everything from the monthly budget to insurance and investments. Another life stage where it's important to update your financial plan is divorce. Divorce can be a difficult time, not only emotionally, but also when it comes to our finances. Whether you're trying to maintain your financial situation or getting back on your feet, there's some key areas of your financial plan that need to be updated during this time. Number one, making sure that you know where you are financially. You know, take a financial inventory, know where you are. Next thing is create a budget. Probably your income has dropped, right? You may have taken on some additional debt. It's important to update your budget to make sure that you have a realistic budget that suits your financial situation. Review your credit report, okay? You may have decided to split certain debts, you know, each of you are taking on certain debts, but make sure that you review the credit report to make reports to make sure they're accurate. Also, it's important that you start to build your emergency fund. Now that you're solely responsible for your finances, you want to make sure that you have that cushion. So in the event there is an emergency, that you're not charging something on a credit card that you can't pay off within the same month. And then lastly, your estate plan, making sure that you update your will, your beneficiaries on any accounts that have a beneficiary, you know, whether that's life insurance, retirement accounts, etc., bank accounts, making sure that you've updated everything. Another life stage is when you decide to have children. Adding children to your family can be exciting, whether you're expecting, thinking about adoption or building a blended family. You need to plan for those added expenses. You may need to now revise your budget to accommodate expenses such as childcare or to allow one parent to stay at home. You also need to review insurance policies and as well as the estate plan to make sure that your family is protected. And you may also want to reallocate resources to start funding for college tuition. Another life stage where you want to update your plan is if you're making a career or a job change. Whether you've experienced the loss of a job or considering accepting a new job offer, it's a good time to talk with your financial planner about your key financial concerns. Losing a job can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be financially devastating. Whether you're unemployed due to termination, merger, layoff, the key financial concerns may include loss of income, medical, or other benefits. You may be currently employed, but considering a career or a job change, or you may be wanting to transition to starting your own business. Now, you want to consider how this change will affect your current retirement plan, or whether or not the benefit package, if you're considering a job change, is sufficient to meet your family's needs. Another life change where you want to update your plan is retirement. Retirement can be one of the most rewarding stages of your life, and retirement looks different for everyone. Unfortunately, if you don't plan properly, you can run the risk of not living the retirement that you envisioned. This is a good time to meet with the financial planner to update the answers to key questions such as, how much have I saved? And how long will my money last? So important in planning for your retirement. And then the last stage that is so important to update your financial plan is the death of a spouse. Dealing with the death of a spouse can be overwhelming, both emotionally and financially. You'll need to compile a list of tasks and issues that will need to be addressed. Your financial planner, along with your estate planner, can help you through this process. And it's important to remember a financial plan is not a static document. It should be reviewed and updated on an annual basis and or as your life goals change. It's also important that you revisit when you have a major life change. So if you've had a major life change recently, now is a good time to schedule a meeting with your certified financial planner professional to review your current financial plan. Take some time to spring clean your financial house. By incorporating these steps, you'll be well on your way to developing good habits and making sure that you are on track to reach your long-term financial goals. And just a review, we talked about the 6 steps to spring cleaning your finances. And we said step number 1 is assess your finances. Step number 2, organize your paperwork. Step number 3, check your credit report. Step number 4, review your spending plan. Step number 5, review your goals. And step number 6, update your financial plan. What I would love to ask you to do at this point is to take some time to reflect on your current relationship with money and ask yourself these 3 questions to help give you clarity and motivate you into action. Number 1, ask yourself, how has my financial situation changed in the last year? What steps do I need to take to ensure my family is financially protected? And what changes do I need to make now to help me reach my long-term financial goals? I have 2 free gifts that I'd like to share with you as we wrap up to help you take this learning further. My first gift is for you if you'd like to learn more about your relationship with money and how it may be preventing you from taking action. Then I'd love for you to take my free money type quiz. It only takes 5 minutes to complete, and it is a life changer. And then the second gift is for you if you're ready to outline a mini plan so that you can overcome any challenging patterns, blocks, and identify your next step towards building an empowered relationship with money. Then my Money Power Breakthrough Call is for you. To take advantage of either of these 2 gifts, just go to PamelaPlick.com/thank-you. And that's PamelaPlick.com/thank-you. And once you've taken advantage of the free gift, then check out my other tools and resources to help you start unlocking your financial freedom and setting yourself up for long-term financial success. And in closing, I'd like to leave you with this quote. Start today to make sure your financial house is in order so that you can enjoy the rewards of financial security tomorrow. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. And until next time, remember, you can rise to your money power.